Turning to business now, Madison Reedy has joined us in the studio. A key business confidence survey out today, and it's not good news, is it?
It's certainly more bad news, as it typically is with these business confidence surveys lately. This was the Institute of Economic Research's quarterly survey of business opinion. Now, this was down to a net 27% of firms expecting the economy to worsen over the next year. Now, that's down from a net 18% in the last quarter, which we saw in January. So now we're actually back to the same level of business confidence that we had in September last year, those really low levels that we saw in 2018, where a net 28% of firms expected the economy to worsen. Now, the reason that they're upset this time around is because of concerns with the domestic trading situation. They say that they've experienced less demand at the start of 2019. Now, that's after a rebound in demand that they saw at the end of last year in 2018. So that's been pretty short-lived there. They've also raised concerns over profitability. They say that they'll have to incur more costs and that they're going to struggle to pass those on. Those costs include things like the minimum wage going up only on Monday. That new law came into effect. So that's something that we have heard from across the private sector. A lot of companies are struggling to pass those costs on, given prices are pretty inflated at the minute already. And this also signals that GDP growth in Q1 is going to be rather weak. So that's quite interesting there too.
Just very quickly before we move on, we could basically wallpaper the studio with these business confidence surveys. So why is this one so, well, significant?
This one's significant because this is the one that officials essentially pay attention to. So if they're paying attention to it, I think that we should too. We do see a lot of these surveys. Some banks and economists release them too. But economists are saying that this is the one that the Reserve Bank will look to when it makes that decision to either cut or to keep interest rates at 1.75%. ASB economists have said today that as a result of this business confidence survey result, that the Reserve Bank will likely look to cut its OCR, the official cash rate, wholesale interest rate, as soon as May. They've brought their prediction forward there.
OK, so McDonald's, they've taken a chunk out of a Kiwi company. Which company? What's it about?
It's called Plexure. So the fast food giant is buying a 9.9% stake, just a minority stake, in the software company called Plexure. Now, that's listed on the New Zealand Stock Exchange. They're paying $5.4 million for that stake. It's 13.8 million shares. They're buying it at a premium of 39 cents a share. And these two companies, they have worked together for a while. Plexure was actually behind the scenes of McDonald's global app, which they launched in 48 countries. But now they're taking that relationship to a new level, it seems. And the terms and conditions that are involved with this deal as well, interestingly, include exclusivity. So under this deal and this shareholding from McDonald's, Plexure can no longer work with other fast food giants.
Interesting. What else has been happening on the market that we need to know about?
The NZX Top 50 Index is up 1% tonight, so that's a rise of 104 points to close at 9,958. Another record high. We're nearing that 10,000 mark, which would have never been seen before. The New Zealand dollar is buying at 67.8 US cents, 95.5 to the Australian, and 51.8 British pence. We're down against all of our major currencies today, and that's a result of the business confidence survey, which was a bit bleak.
Yeah, thank you. That's Madison Reedy with our business news there.